Hello makers, and welcome to the Oblivion Drone presentation. This is now available as a digital 3D asset through my website. This video will examine the retooled digital model designed specifically for 3D printing. I made some changes that allow for more options compared to my physical resin cast kit, which is also available through my website. We'll examine how this model is separated for easy 3D printing and assembly. I created several different options allowing for different engine orientations and your choice of closed gun pods or fully extended gun pods. In addition to accurizing the panel lines, I allowed for easy internal access for installing electronics. At the end of the animations, we'll have a look at the actual printed model. I'll also provide some insight on how I oriented and vented the components for successful 3D printing. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go, guys. The first look at the first test prints of the updated Oblivion drone. Here we go. I'm going to keep this brief as I can. I like to talk. So let's go ahead and take a look at these parts. So we've got two different versions of the engine. I'm not sure why I'm starting with the engine, but that's what we're doing. So we have this is printed, this version. I've got two versions to show you, the smaller scale and the default scale. This is default scale. I've been making this kit for about 15 years. This is the size of my original resin casting. This is the default size I made for the updated 3D print file. Beautiful print. No issues. Although I do have an update on this body, and I'll show that to you in a minute on the smaller scale one. But let's go ahead and start with this guy. So we have two versions of the engine. This is my traditional engine. For the physical kit, I continue to cast these in a clear urethane resin. So you can print this in clear, or you can print it in a regular resin, pop an LED in there, and that is going to fit into the back, like so. There's an alternate engine, because this engine is actually a ball. It rotates. So I made a ball version that sits in here, and this is for a hovering position. So when it's kind of like coming down and it hovers, that position rotates down to this. So this is an alternate version, but we have plenty of access inside here for electronics. Really easy to light. The nozzles back here, I separated these so they'd be nice and clean as separate parts. Let's go ahead and start putting this together. Okay, so we have separate nozzles here, and let me talk about the gun pods. two versions of the gun pods. Actually, three versions of the gun pods. We have a closed version, which is this. So if you wanted to assemble this without any of the internal mechanisms, you'd go ahead and just glue this right in place and make a closed pod. And that's how my traditional physical kit is. Or we've got the extended pods. And let me just see if I can put this together for you so you can get an idea on this default scale what that's going to look like. So here you go. This is the extended pods. Great look at those mechanics. I believe in this video I'll be showing you how I set this up on the printer. This printed absolutely lovely. Even with all these mechanical guts, this thing printed like a dream come true. There is absolutely no reason this needs to be 15 parts. This is a single print. Absolutely stunning. The face, I've got this separate eyepiece that sticks right into here. And again, if you want to light this, just like these engines, you've got a big opening here. You've got openings here, just drill in here. We have a completely hollow interior. And just drill right in through here for an LED. So here's your eye piece, accurate, recently sculpted. Lenses, I've got a concave lens. This was printed, 3D printed in clear, and just clear coated. And it's concave, so it's going to fit right over his main eye. This also has this little detail, and this guy lives... And this was absent on my physical kit, but I kind of retuned this kit for 3D printing. This little detail lives down here. Oh, when I do a tutorial build-up, I located these on Amazon. These are magnets. These are the earth magnets, really strong. And what I will do for this version, I'll show you that I've improved this, is one of these magnets will glue down here. Another magnet will glue down to the base of this right in the middle. And you can see I've got a little divot there. So that'll connect pretty much right in the right position. You'll be able to rotate this, take it on and off with ease. So that is the default scale showing you this version of the gun pods. Let me show you my smaller scale, and I've updated the pods. This drone, same deal, except I printed this at 70% scale. It's kind of starting to run out of resin. I've been printing so much lately. Same beautiful detail. And I want you to take note, even at this small scale, this tiny little scale, all these beautiful panel lines are in here. I did a lot of research to get these panel lines correctly. So all this is all correct now. And the big change I made is there's pegs. So I've got a peg coming out here, a hole here, and let me just show you how easy this is. It's a nice pressure fit. Boom. Other side. It's nice and snug. And boom. Done. Doesn't need to be a whole lot of pieces. This is it. This is done. And you could rotate these. And in the movie, I think there's at one point these things they go backwards. There you go. Yeah. So this peg system, I think maybe I would prefer this over the magnetic system. And even at this small scale, all this printed like a dream come true. So nice. The engine, same. I think when this goes like this. I think when I do my build-up tutorial, I might build one with the hovering position and then one with the flying position. Okay, let me talk for a second about supporting two of these parts so that you guys get a successful result on your first tries. So let's go ahead and do this body. I'm going to open up the STL folder, and here's a look at the different folders. You've got a curated folder, a graphics folder, and the STL folder. And Over here, there's a subfolder. This is the drone, this is the hull I recommend you print. It's called Drone Hull Rear Access. The reason I recommend printing this particular file, the Drone Hull Rear Access, is I already hollowed out this engine section here. This is access to the interior for installing your electronics. So the other versions I have has this as a solid wall. This one I hollowed out. It's one less step for you to do. I also have a center hole here on both sides for the guns that have the pegs. Much easier assembly. Anyways, how I set this one up, as you can see here, is I pitched it like this. See this angle here? Yeah, so it's pretty much, it's pitched. I wanted to try to get the standoffs at the back. So this would print very strong, kind of a little bit heavy. So I'm going to hollow these parts, and we are going to choose kind of a thicker wall, 4.5. Okay, so now we can get in here, some hollow sections here. I already have a hole back here for drainage. I have a hole on the sides for drainage. And just so that there's extra flow, I'm going to come into this dig hole feature. We're going to make kind of big holes, 20 millimeters. See what 20 mil looks like. That's good. And what I'm going to do is just knock a couple of holes through this inner wall to come up. Just a couple holes. See if I put one, I don't remember if I put one at the top or the bottom. I think I'll put one, maybe two up here. And that's just going to allow extra flow for the resin to escape. If you watched my ET tutorial, I just published a really long supporting tutorial for my ET Starship, and I explain why it's important for drain holes to be inside your model whenever you have any hollow parts. Default settings at medium setting. Density is at 62%. And then I just kind of gave it a look-see underneath. I think I took some of the supports away here. But anyways, just use your favorite settings and go for it. Let's look at the guns. Open gun underscore peg. And here it is, imported fresh. I've found that if you pitch this up 90 degrees, pitch it a little bit inward this way. See how this looks? Yep, that's how I did that one. And then I just go with the medium auto supports. There we go. Yeah, this is almost exactly it. Let me have a look under here. And I think I added, especially down here. By the way, this is, I'm using Chidobox 1.9. I need to upgrade. I hear there's some fancier features in the new upgrade. But I just added a couple little extra supports here, because it's so vertical right here that there is a chance of that warping during the print. So I just give it a little extra support, and there we go. And that printed magnificently. Just like this. Okay, that's it. The rest of the parts are very straightforward, really easy to set up. Just thought I'd spend a minute here showing you these two parts, how I set them up. Guys, thanks so much for your support, and thanks for other 3D printing artists supporting other 3D printing artists. Appreciate your help. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy this content, be sure to hit subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.